Let's talk pornography. So, before I even get into some details here, I'm going to recommend that you go to maripedia.org and you'll find some of these facts that I'm going to lay out for you. First and foremost, if you are watching pornography on a regular basis, you can't seem to go more than a couple days or a week without it, you're addicted. It is what it is. Sex can become addictive, just like any other drug. I mean, let's just be honest here. Sex feels good. It's a beautiful thing, it's a natural thing. However, if you're using it outside of God's plan, if you're fornicating, watching pornography, and doing all of these disgusting acts, well, I mean, you're not exactly pleasing God now, are you? So let's go over this first. Even if you're not a married man, say you're just starting off in a relationship, even for women, it applies to women as well. If you are in a relationship and actively watching pornography on a regular basis, you will eventually become desensitized to sex. Now, if you're not married, I'm not recommending that you have sex outside of marriage. Been there, done that more times than I can count, more times than I'd like to admit, but I'm just keeping it real with you. And I mean, not only in that area altogether, but you will become less attracted to your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You will not find them appealing, and your relationship is basically already over before it's really started because of this addiction. Not only that, but you have this distorted perception of reality. Say, for example, you are married and you open the door for pornography to come in on a regular basis by actively watching it consistently, and you see the crap on there that's just pretty raunchy, it's pretty foul, and I mean, honestly, it's just disgusting. But the more you watch it, you'll eventually begin to convince yourself that those type of things are good and that everybody should want to do crap like that, even though it's not even anywhere close to normal. And if you think beating your partner in any way is attractive or anything too aggressive, just anything that is not normal, you should really reevaluate yourself and, I mean, just reevaluate yourself because your expectations and your perception of reality in the bedroom is going to be pretty distorted. And the more your perception of reality is seared, again, you're going to have very unrealistic expectations and you're not going to be satisfied and your marriage is going to fall apart. If you don't believe me and you're actively doing it, well, you're going to see. If you don't plan on stopping, you're definitely going to see it take place. It's going to unfold. It's inevitable. Not only those two things, but if you're actively watching pornography, as a man, you increase your chances of erectile dysfunction tremendously. Now, again, if you're a married man, you're not going to want that. Let's just be straight up here. You're not going to want that. I mean, sex in the marriage bed is a beautiful thing. God created sex for a reason, and anything outside of the marriage bed is just a recipe for disaster. It's the best way to put it. To go further off of that, not only will you have ED, but you will also become more prone to depression, anxiety, fear, um, very, very low self confidence. Your social life in general will become less and less and less the more you continue watching pornography, and your life is just gonna fall apart and crash. Nobody wants that, for real. I mean, if you don't want that. I'm just gonna be straight up. You don't want that. And to get to some of the deeper things, I recommend that you go to a website called the Exodus Road, because if you go there, you will find that pornography and human sex trafficking are very, very linked together. Now, if I'm being fair here, there is a lot of voluntary pornographic videos that are being made, but at the same time, there's also many pornographic videos being made that are actually victims of human trafficking, and they're made to look realistic. So, really think about this. You don't know if you're looking at something that's voluntary or if you're watching something being done against somebody's will. You don't know that. And again, if you don't want to hear me out on that, first and foremost, you evidently are addicted to pornography, because if you're just going to shoo off what I'm saying, you're exposing that you're addicted to it. Second of all, again, if you don't want to take my word, go to the Exodus Road. Look it up for yourself, get your facts straight, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Now, like I said, I've told you all that I have fornicated many times. Not proud of it. It's nothing to boast about. And to be honest, I wish I never did it. But I can't take it back. All I can do is confess this to you all and keep working on it day by day to not do that. I do not want to have sex again until I'm married. I have also watched pornography, like many other men and women have, and by the grace of God and the grace of God alone, He has helped me break free from that. And if I can do that, if God can help me, because I ain't nothing special, I'm nowhere near special. But if God can help me with that, He can definitely help you. The way I'm going to end this video is this. If you want to try convincing yourself that pornography isn't evil, that there's nothing wrong with it, why do you try to hide the fact that you watch it? Because I guarantee almost anybody watching this who is actively watching pornography doesn't tell anybody. And you don't tell anybody because you know it's something that you shouldn't do. And if you genuinely don't find anything wrong with it, you really need to reevaluate yourself. Look all these things up that I just listed, especially when it comes to human trafficking, and get your facts straight for yourself. If you're that addicted to it, if you're more concerned about having a sex life instead of honoring God, truly showing love to your spouse, reevaluate yourself. I thank you for tuning in and watching this, and may God bless you. And stay away from porn. Just stay away.